Welcome to the training class for Bottle, one of my favorite topics because it is proprietary to our operation. We do this, and I'm not sure anyone else in the industry does it like we do it, and it's nothing but common sense. So I'm a little surprised why everyone doesn't do it this way. But it's conceptual. Every bar will be able to do it a little bit different, but you have to understand the concept. The name of it is Bottle for Bottle. That's because we fill the bars to the proper par. Pars at different bars will vary, but basically the perfect number of liquor bottles at each bar will be on a spreadsheet. You'll know exactly how many bottles of liquor are at that particular bar. So we're going to make up a fictitious bar. We're going to call it the Lucky Bar. The Lucky Bar in this particular example is going to have 100 bottles of liquor. It always has 100 bottles of liquor. And this conversation is about bottles of liquor. It's not talking about beer. It's not talking about champagne. It's not talking about water. It's not talking about soft drinks. This is about liquor. Bottle for bottle is about liquor. So in our example, the Lucky Bar has 100 bottles of liquor. And it's going to have many different types of liquor. For example, it may have Tito's vodka. And Tito's vodka is going to have a par at that bar. And what a par means is the par is the number of bottles that should be at that bar. So for example, let's say the par of Tito's is 3. That means there's going to be an active open bottle, and there'll be 2 full bottles of Tito's at the bar, and they will be labeled Tito's 1, Tito's 2, and Tito's 3, and the bottle will be placed on each of those labels in this example. So the par is always set the same way every day. So 100 bottles, 3 par for Tito's, 3 Tito's. Now, where bottle for bottle comes in is that when a bottle is empty, it's still at the bar. Bottles of liquor are never thrown away. An empty bottle goes into the empty bottle crate. So at any time, if someone comes to that bar, they're going to count 100 bottles. If there's 1 bottle used of Tito's, let's say, and there's 1 bottle in the crate, that means there's 99 bottles in the bar and 1 in the crate. It still adds up to 100. Okay? So in this example, the Lucky Bar is set up with 100 bottles. Everything is properly labeled and everything has the right par. Okay? So when the bar back each day goes to the bar, they're going to take the empty bottles and they're first going to look to say, hey, I've got, hypothetically, 10 empty bottles. They should be able to go to that bar and find 10 open spots that are marked. They should see 1 empty bottle of Tito's and they should see Tito's number 1 is empty, right? If there's 10 bottles in the crate, and there's 10 open spots, it's a perfect world. There's still 100 bottles. If there is a missing bottle, that is important to note and to talk to a GSM immediately. There's a couple things that could happen with a missing bottle. Number 1, it could be simply at another bar. We do not allow the bartenders to take liquor and move it from bar to bar, but it does happen. So the first thing we need to do is look at all of our bars, make sure that the liquor is not at a different bar. If it is, return it to the bar that it's supposed to be at, and then we will find out who is moving the bottles from bar to bar, and we will counsel them and tell them not to do that. The second reason a bottle could be missing is because the bartender accidentally threw it away, or he wasn't trained, or something happened. We do not throw any liquor away at the bar. All empty bottles go into the empty bottle crate. Very important. Third, theft. It could be stolen. If it's stolen, we fill out an incident report with the GSM, and we immediately look at surveillance. We have excellent surveillance, but it's very important that if a bottle is missing, we report it immediately. Therefore, surveillance can get on it immediately. Okay, so those are the 3 common reasons why a bottle will be missing. Every day, it's like Groundhog Day. Every day, the bar back comes and resets the bar to the perfect par. And the par sheet of that bar is at the bar in the notebook, so you will always know how many bottles of liquor that bar is supposed to have, how many of each type they're supposed to have, the par by type, and where it's supposed to be located, and because everything should be properly labeled. So it's a very, very easy process. So if you have any questions, all these procedures are written and they're in the notebook at each bar. That's it. It's pretty easy to understand. Bottle for bottle means that we reset to the exact bottles and we replace a bottle of Tito's for a bottle of Tito's, and we reset the bar for that particular day. Hope this makes it easier to understand, and make sure you stop by the bar, make sure their procedures are up to date, their spreadsheets are up to date, and you would know exactly how many bottles of liquor you have at that bar.